What are the 5 mistakes Leo makes trying to enjoy life? And the first biggest mistake I believe Leo makes is not being their king or queen self. What do I mean by the biggest mistakes for Leo is not being their king and queen self? Basically, Leos need to be regal. They need to be have a demeanor of not superiority, but definitely they are above low level energy. Yeah, they're above it. When they operate like that, when they feel like that, when they don't get swayed or manipulated, or because sometimes with Leo, sometimes they go with the fun, and sometimes they have a childlike quality that they just want to have fun and go with that type of fun and stuff like that. When they start to enter into their regal nature, their king and queen nature, and don't get swayed with fun, they actually become this mature adult demeanor, and that when Leos do that, they just become like they just give off this like royal energy, where things are beneath them, where they only do things that are on their level. And I know it might sound snooty or like posh or whatever you want to call it, but that's how Leos have to be 100% for them to enjoy life, because they cannot lower their levels for sure. Number two, gaining attention through negativity. When Leos try to gain attention through negativity, this is where they're not going to live their right life. If they're complaining or moaning, or if they're just whining, if they're not being happy, if they're trying to get an attention for maybe how somebody's done them wrong, or how they're suffering, or how they're a victim, this for Leo is never ever going to give them the life that they're going to truly enjoy. It's when Leos truly remove the negativity from their life, and then when they realize that they are the power, because remember, Leos are ruled by the sun, and the sun shines bright in the sky. The sun is the feeder, the giver, the provider, and this is men or women. And when Leos operate in that mentality, instead of allowing gaining attention through these positive things, instead of gaining attention through these negative things that happen to them and stuff, that's when they're going to see their life change, and they're going to start to enjoy life in the way they specifically want to. Do not allow negativity to be your conversation as a Leo. Should never be. Number three, trying to be small. When Leos are trying to be small, this is just like so counterproductive for Leos. Them being small is like, it's like a lion being a kitten in the jungle. Literally, they need to be their lion or lioness self in the jungle of this world that we're living in, and they cannot operate in a small manner. Remember that our sun sign is our personality, our vitality, our ego, our willpower. We cannot, Leos specifically, cannot limit that, because they're the true source of power. Everything goes around the sun. The sun really is everything when you think about it, and our sun sign is really our true levels of personality. So that's why Leos have that strong personality, and they need to bring that strong personality to the table instead of it trying to limit their personality, trying to minimize who they are. Bigger the better for Leo, for sure. Number four, avoiding leadership. Now, Leos are natural leaders. Natural leaders. They one of the few signs that have the true balance of leadership. They're not too much on one side in terms of being disciplined and strict, and disciplined, strict, and structured. And then the other side, they know how to have the fun. They know how to see your side of things, etc., etc. There are some that go too much into leadership. Leos, they sometimes be too domineering, because Leos are naturally dominant. Don't get me wrong. They naturally won't allow you to be dominant. But when a Leo decides to avoid leadership, this is like a massive mistake. It's worse than a Leo being very dominant. At least a Leo being very dominant as a leader is actually going to be more successful and have the life that they want, more than a Leo avoiding leadership. Any Leo that avoids leadership, because you naturally have that skill, like it's just basically avoiding yourself. You're basically shutting down percentages of your personality, especially in the work environment, career environment, whatever environment that you can see prospering. You have to take leadership, even in family. You have to be the leader. So avoiding leadership is a massive mistake for Leos because they won't actually have the life they want to have. Number 5, not connecting to will power. Now, this is a major mistake for Leos because when Leos do not connect to their willpower, and willpower is basically you decide to make a choice, you decide to make a decision that you do not ever get destroyed by, or you never allow someone to overpower you with the choices you make. You're going to continue because you have power, you have energy, you have fuel to continue. You have and you have more power than others to continue what you're trying to achieve or the goals you're trying to accomplish. So not connecting to that willpower. So when you start giving up too easily, when you start, saying that you can't do X and you can't do Y, you can't do this and you can't do that, or you're scared to do this and you're scared to do that, you are not connecting to your willpower as a Leo. You need to completely connect to that willpower as a Leo for you to achieve all the goals you want to achieve and have the life you want to achieve, because willpower is one of your true, if not the number one trait Leos have over every other sign, where they have the determination, willpower to succeed over everyone else. So if you don't connect to that, you're losing a massive caveat for you to really be successful and have the life you want to achieve, for sure. And by the way, I'm doing like basically destination readings. Basically what I do is you tell me your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, and I can tell you exactly where you need to live in this world. Exactly the city, the country, the destination that is perfect for you. And it's only £8 if you really want to understand where you need to live in this life. Because trust me, there's a universal law called the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, and this basically means that you can change your outcomes by changing everything around you. And sometimes the environment is necessary for you to be the person you need to be, and that's what I do. I do that in my destination readings where I highlight this. So if you're interested, go onto my website, click the link on my TikTok page, and let me know what you know, or let me know what I can do for you.